and that's where you can find the wealth that can change your life. What we're waiting for is that, and it is about to happen to us. We are very, very near to that. Thus, this video is my ongoing effort to update you on the most recent viewpoints from a respected chart analyst. It is 5:25 a.m. at the moment I am recording this video. My time zone is Central Time. Thus, Thursday, July 17th, 2025 has arrived. You will enjoy seeing it. The market is also green. Ethereum is up over 10%. Now, the same is true for XRP. You will be thrilled to see that. In my most recent video, I referred to that. Since Ethereum has historically kicked off alt season, it's worth mentioning here. Confluence is just so prevalent. Right now, a lot is going on, so let's talk about some of this. This is a post by XRPUSD chart, a blockchain backer. Additionally, he uploaded this at 4:40 a.m., which is roughly 45 minutes ago. XRP is $3.25. The final boss before price discovery awaits, he added. Therefore, it is true that we are in the range where this is the last sell wall after you have passed the sell wall. It's nothing up there once you get over that. I consistently observe this from any chart analyst who will offer their opinions. Because of the thin air above, you can make huge leaps very, very, very fast. What do you think will happen if there aren't many individuals attempting to sell above the $3.40 range? Instead of melting down, we will just melt up. This post was made by chart analyst CW. It is 4:38 in the morning. It's also a pricing chart for XRP. He claims that XRP surpasses the sell wall halfway. As he tweeted this, XRP was trading at $3.26, and today could be the beginning of a true bull movement. That's what we're trying to find. These analysts are fully aware of what would happen after we surpass that record high. This is the final sale wall. It will get completely crazy, because what do you suppose happens if there is a huge amount of demand, but few individuals are selling at that price? You melt upwards for that reason. Offers at those prices don't exist. It's going to get crazy very quickly. Therefore, it will happen sooner rather than later, whether it happens today, tomorrow, or next week. However, with this strength, I wouldn't be shocked if we had a strong continuation today. It's going to cool off eventually. I don't act as though I know when. Since I'm not a chart guy myself, I'll merely continue to gather insight from chart guys. Being one doesn't appeal to me. In addition, even if I were a chart analyst, I wouldn't alter my current practice, because it simply bores me to tears. I'm hard on myself. I maintain that I hold and I wouldn't begin trading even if I were a chart analyst. People lose money in this way. 90 to 95% of traders experience financial losses. Furthermore, I don't think it's a lot for everyone in the tiny percentage that does earn money. Those who are genuinely skilled at it and pursue it as a career now impress me. That's almost no one, though. This is a post from 3:29 a.m. from Crypto Insight UK. That was roughly 2 hours ago. Can we crack $3.30? He asks. For XRP, it is the true question. $3 was unavoidable. As a result, another analyst is realizing the significance of this level and surpassing it. He knows what this implies. Can you spot the pattern here? We truly find ourselves at a pivotal point in both time and the charts. This is a post from Punky, a chart analyst. He said, after more than 6 months of arduous waiting, here we are at last. The first one was from July 14th, which was only a few days ago, the last obstacle to overcome before we proceed. Naturally, we returned at that point, whatever we were, $2.70, $2.80, whatever it was. And at 4:56 a.m. this morning, around 30 minutes ago, he reposted it. We are so close to clearing the final hurdle, he added. There are no restrictions once we reach this point. XRP, it's coming. Just to reiterate, they all recognize the significance of this price level, and that if you have XRP in your portfolio, your net worth will skyrocket if it breaks. In addition, he shared this post dated July 12th, by the way. What if we get an 8 XRP by the end of July? He wrote. It didn't sound crazy at all, but it certainly doesn't sound that way now, does it? Not at all. That isn't a big ask, in my opinion. Now, no analyst can reliably forecast a time, and I'm not sure if it will occur this month. In terms of chart development, there are explanations for this. However, considering the current situation, that is not absurd. Without a doubt, that might occur this month. I'm not sure if it will, but we live in a time when, yes, without a doubt, you can wake up any day and it's gone. It's one of those days today. I always say that, don't you? Any day you choose to wake up will be the day it begins. One of those days is today. All I can hope is that it keeps going from here. However, it has undoubtedly been up to this point. Malius, a chart analyst for XRPUSD, wrote this post. XRP technical analysis for beginners. Can you guess what comes next? Oh, I believe I have a thought. He's talking specifically about these gray boxes. Take a look at this. Every time this happens, there is a significant price explosion. Historically, each cycle has seen 2 significant price explosions spaced roughly 6 months apart. And that is exactly what is taking place at the moment. Would you not be aware of it? At the start of this year, XRP reached its highest point at $3.40. Would you not be aware of it? After about 6 months, we decided to go again. similar to the previous cycle and the one that came before it. History is self-repeating. Folks, those are the facts. I'll just give you the science. This is a post from Jelly, a chart analyst. This is from 1:10 a.m. this morning. As anticipated, XRP is rising, up 23% on a low leverage long that I initiated yesterday. I'll mail it after letting it ride until it reaches at least $4. He therefore seems to believe that price discovery will occur sooner rather than later. Additionally, he is discussing exchanging, and it's okay again, such as whether some will genuinely pursue it. I'm just saying that I don't want to even try that, since I know that by purchasing a varied portfolio and doing nothing for a few years, I can achieve life-changing wealth without the stress of that and risking my net worth. And it simply functions. Indeed, it is. That's just the one I'm going with. $4 in the short term, though. He's obviously trying to say that here. It's going to surprise a lot of people, I'm telling you. It seems to be going really quickly at the moment. Furthermore, it is what it is. That's what it was, like $2.85. It's moving then. It is capable of far faster motion than this, and I have a suspicion that it will. The chart analyst continues claiming that there is thin air above, so I know it can. There aren't any individuals on exchanges with sell orders. In any case, not many. So you just melt through if you have a lot of demand. Nick Crypto Crusader, a chart analyst, has posted this. This is this morning's 419. We are about to witness the full force of XRP's movement. Yes, that's precisely what I mean. Folks, he isn't joking. There's a reason why so many analysts are discussing XRP in a short period. I can't keep up with all the cuts, for example. In this video, I thus try my best to stay up to date with the most recent research and commentary from a variety of chart analysts. Since this and that shouldn't surprise you, it's too much for me to tell you all at once. It's exciting right now. Everyone is observing this. Since everyone is discussing it, I welcome this. I'm overjoyed about this. However, the spirit and recurrent topic are evident here. There seems to be no question. No one is questioning this, and they ought not to. There is no reason to doubt that enterprise discovery will reach a new all-time high. The life-altering moth appears at this point. That's it. This is a post by Ali Martinez, a chart analyst. The time is 2:49 a.m. Thus, it was only a few hours ago. He claims that XRP surged 630% the previous time the MVRV ratio displayed a golden cross. Just now, that signal reappeared. And what was he discussing? When did it last show up? November 2024. I'll be damned then. People, what do you suppose occurs? As previously stated, you receive one pump, travel sideways for around 6 months, then receive the second large blow-off pump, and the cycle is complete. That is the main point we are trying to make. And I can't promise that right now. I mean, if history is meant to rhyme, and it certainly appears to do so, would you not agree? I believe so. This is a post by a chart analyst at Cryptos that was made at 9:19 p.m. yesterday. Claimed that the daily candle for XRP closed above resistance. The price was $3.03, and we now need to see that stay and turn into support. Do you recall last night when XRP was just $3.03? Easy times, simpler times. I recall those times. Yesterday. Here you have it. Therefore, that was undoubtedly true. Yes, it did hold. This is a post from a crypto genius chart analyzer. It was 8:46 p.m. last night as well. He claims that because XRP BTC led the trend, XRP closed positively. To help XRP reach a new all-time high, I anticipate a stronger bullish rise from XRP BTC. Additionally, I'll show you an updated XRP BTC chart here in a future video. However, I must admit that I was considering it before recording this. Whoa, that bitch's sun is on the move. Okay, it's really moving. That will appeal to you. I'll merely offer it in a later video. Here, there will be plenty of topics for discussion. Let me reassure you. According to this article by chart expert Javon Marks, XRP over USD, XRP has recently returned over $3 and is still trading at $4.80, which is its next target level. There may be a lot more benefits. Yes, he is speaking in the short term. He now thinks that we will see double-digit price activity for XRP much higher, but he is only referring to the near term, reaching $4.80. If it occurs, it is true price discovery. This post was made not too long ago. It was taken the afternoon of yesterday. It was easier back then when XRP was only around $3. Oh, it's hilarious. Let me tell you that chart analyst X-Force Global sent me 3 posts. It concludes with a current one after the first one, which was from July 11th, and me. He remarked, XRP just casually ripping through the galaxy with no turbo boosters. 2 more resistances to go on July 11th. Naturally, at that point, we were discussing breaking past the $3 resistance, which checkmark on that box, correct? Naturally, the following one after that is the highest ever, coming in at about $3.40. He was referring to the fact that he was on July 11th, which was only 6 days ago. XRP's second barrier is down, and there is still 1 more resistance to go. The final boss is at its highest point ever. He published that statement yesterday, July 16th. We will prevail in this cycle. We will sell our bags to the late consumers to learn from our blunders. Let's get started. And so that's how this works. According to the newcomers, it's sort of like the price of being involved in the crypto world. You must study. You have to learn. Well, the price of having the chance to become wealthy and change their lives, at least for some individuals, is entering a period of enthusiasm and leaving liquidity for everyone who has been here for years. That's the way it is. However, we're all grown-ups if they believe that they're, going to buy it right then. And that was a convenient time to do so. And from there, it will rise significantly. If they are buying, then that should be fine. But if I am selling, they are betting that I am wrong. And I am betting that they are wrong. It's all right. We're all grown-ups here, But I just feel very strongly that they won't make it. It will be very clear to those like me and you who are aware of it, if you are talking about it. Because look, when there are top signals, just, the sirens are going, all that stuff. However, we are still adults, and people can still learn from this stuff. As if I had jumped in late 2017. I went in at a strange moment too. This has happened to a variety of people, as if I were among those who experienced it, but you do learn, don't you? In some ways, it's a rite of passage, just the way things go. Well then, here is the final one. Additionally, this is from X-Force Global, and it was taken this morning at 3:56 a.m. Excuse me, XRP, but that was less than 2 hours ago. He claims that XRP is simply unconcerned with what Bitcoin accomplishes at this time. It is 5% from its all-time high and still operates according to its own schedule. Is anyone prepared? Yes, son, I'm prepared. For years and years and years, I have been prepared. I'm patient, but I'm just waiting. Even though I've been prepared for years and years, I am patient. So yes, XRP will move when it moves, even if it's a day when Bitcoin isn't doing anything particularly noteworthy. Having said that, if you zoom out on a chart, I can tell you this. XRP is not going to reach a new all-time high. The entire market swings in unison if Bitcoin isn't doing amazing things, such as leading the market. XRP has never surged up to an all-time high when the market isn't hot. Instead, the entire market is hot when it isn't. Every time XRP has done this, the market has been booming. So it's incorrect to say that XRP doesn't care what Bitcoin does. However, if you're talking about a shorter timescale when XRP is just surpassing Bitcoin by a significant amount, then I would agree with that. Just to be clear, you need Bitcoin to be soaring, but I believe that's what he's talking about here. Well, it would, even though it's a far weaker rocket than XRP's, but it must be occurring for XRP to accomplish our goals. And it is. There is a great deal of convergence in the markets here. You enjoy seeing it. Well, this is a post from Zoom, a chart analyst. And this one, XRPUS oil, was from yesterday afternoon. The reason this pair is worth looking at is that, well, in recent times, this has given you a glimpse into the future. After all, whatever XRPUS oil does shortly after that, it may just be like a couple of weeks or so. And the XRPUSD chart just kind of follows it, basically. He's also mentioning that it had hit a certain level that had been, there was actually an all-time high. It has therefore been fascinating for that reason. Wow, do we finally have the confirmed breakout? And charting little Zoom said, breakout on the daily? Someone questioned him. Indeed, although receiving the weekly would be even better, it has never been up in this zone before. And once more, it drives XRPUSD, and that bitch is doing something that has never been done before. Amazing power, people. This item was published at 4:10 a.m. by Charting Little Steph is Crypto. He shared this, the ideal XRP breakout. He wasn't kidding. After a double bottom, price discovery will begin. Here's a post from Coins. He knows what's coming up next. Children. XRP Army XRP from 40 cents to $4 trade setup, he added. It's almost there. Additionally, he provided a post from a little over a year ago in which he was, certain that this was going to occur, and it most definitely has now. As I finish this video, we'll see XRP $3.25. However, as I mentioned earlier, that's pretty much all I just told you. I'm simply doing my best here, but it's impossible to keep up with everything that happened in the last few hours or so. I will therefore post as much stuff and updates as I can manage. As it comes in, presuming that this amount of price development is occurring, I will be addicted to live coin watch for the whole day because I am as interested in this stuff as you guys are. I haven't even gone to sleep, people. As if I must go to bed. Let me take a short nap. I have to go to bed. I'll be right back. Then this thing is going to happen, right? I'm going to wake up and discover that my face melted while I was asleep, since XRP had to do it constantly. I want my face melted. That's what I desire. All I want is that. It's not too much to ask. Am I? It's not my face, damn it. One day. The problem is that it might be today. You're not sure. Anyway, feel free to share your thoughts, but I must say that I have never been more thrilled to own XRP. What a fantastic moment to be alive, dude. This is crazy stuff. Right now, XRP's market capitalization is just over $192 billion. Take a look at that $192 billion. XRP has increased by more than 10% in the past day alone. That's absolutely crazy. As of right now, XRP is the top performing coin among the top 10 by market capitalization. Oh, you love to see it. It's damn fucking straight. I'm not a financial advisor. Damn fucking straight. Nothing I write or say should influence you to buy or sell anything. That is a really, really awful idea.